All right, I think we are good to go. So I wanted to start with announcing, I think, two things. First of all, there's this nice thing that was asked from someone in the community. Like I was asked about discounts on products, and so it was something someone actually who wanted the discount for Outrank, and I was like thinking about this discount, and so I didn't feel super fair sharing just discount about my product, and so I kind of build this in the community right now, where anyone from the community could just submit a discount to the community to just share it to everyone. So I will show you guys. There are just a few people already who have submitted discounts. A few apps are there. If you want to add your own discount and share it to the community, you can do it here. You have to just fill a few fields, and then it's going to be added on this page where you can find all the discounts from people in the community. That's pretty neat. I'm super happy about that, and I'm happy that it gives a way for anyone in the community to just share like an easier way to access products, get feedbacks, and everything that would make sense. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is we have an incredible guest. It's going to be Mark Liu, who is going to join the next AMA. I've just sent the invite, so it's going to be on the 25th of August in about 2 weeks. And we have a conversation there about your questions. I don't know the exact format of this. If you have questions, you can always submit issues on the platform. That way we can just a little bit adapt to what we will talk about. But I'm super happy that Mark has agreed to join. I'm looking forward to have this conversation with him. I'm pretty sure it's going to be super interesting, and so I would love if you guys could just prepare some hard questions, the best topic you can think of, so we can just have this incredible conversation. Today we're gonna be talking about two projects. One from Tahir, SwordFeed. It's a video app that we're gonna talk just right now, and another one is from Tony. It's the Modern Shrine, and it's a little like a somewhat unusual process where he wants to see how to help people taking career and relationship decisions. We're going to start right now with Tahir. I'm going to invite him on stage along with Ayush, who is going to be the voice of the chats. If there is any question that you guys might have, just feel free to drop anything in the chats. Ayush is monitoring the chats right now, and so if there is anything that comes up, he's going to pick this up and just be the voice of chats. Hi, Tahir. Thank you very much for being here. I'm super happy to be talking with you today about your product. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you maybe just introduce yourself and maybe tell us a little bit about your product for a minute or two, so we understand what we will be talking about?
Yeah, awesome. Hey, Thibaut. How's it going, everybody? So my name is Tahir. I'm based in San Francisco. I have a product that's called SwordFeed, and it's a Chrome extension on top of Instagram and TikTok. The extension is essentially a research tool for content creators. So usually content creators, before they publish content and plan their content, they want to actually research content in their niche. And my extension essentially helps them with that. There's many workflows within researching content, and my extension essentially helps with the initial workflow of that research process.
Can you maybe like show us a little bit about the apps and like what it does?
Yes, that definitely makes things easier. Okay, let me show you one example. So this is the main workflow. Let's say that you're a content creator in the fashion niche. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to have a list of your competitors, and then you're going to go into each competitor every single week and see what are the top posts that that competitor recently published, essentially. So let's say you're competing with Aaron. You're going to open my extension, and then you're going to start sorting Aaron's posts based on outliers. So I'm going to choose the latest 25 posts. I'm going to click sort by outlier score. There's a lot of math that is being done in the background. And then you're going to see the same posts, but now they're sorted by outliers. And for each post, you're going to get a sense of how significant was that piece of content relative to the medium performance that Aaron.
So like you are completely overriding how it is shown on Instagram, and you are just putting it in a better way, more useful.
Exactly. And that's a good point, Thibaut, because one of the things that I think made this app work is that there isn't a lot of onboarding. Like, you essentially are already in the Instagram space. It doesn't take a lot of time for you to understand what the app does. It just works right inside Instagram, essentially. Once you sort their posts, you could, yeah, go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so the last step in the workflow is you could then export the data to Google Sheets and then essentially get that data and start creating a content plan for yourself. That data could also include transcriptions, so you could select some of the posts that you want to transcribe in addition to the metadata, and then see that in Google Sheets as well, and try replicating Aaron's content, essentially. So use his same hooks, the same transcription, the same visual effects, and everything like that. And you do that across many, many profiles, and you do that every single week, essentially.
And can you share a few numbers about like where you are right now with the extension?
Yeah, so the extension has been up for about a year. Right now, I'm doing almost 20K MRR. 82% of the users are on the monthly plan, which is $14 a month. And then only 18% are on the yearly plan, which you pay $9 every month, billed annually. What else? My churn is 10% a month. So out of my entire subscriber base, 10% churn every month, which I'm still trying to understand, is that a good thing or a bad thing? That 10% number.
But I can tell you that Revit, which had like much higher numbers, have a much higher churn than this. So the one thing that I wanted to start talking about is like how great those numbers are. Like it's already quite incredible what you have built, because like compared to most of the AI video apps out there, I guess your costs are pretty low, right?
Very low, yeah.
So you don't have the entire AI cost layer that most of us have, which like puts you in a quite incredible position, to be honest.
I do pay a little bit for transcriptions, Thibaut, but it's not crazy expensive.
Yeah. Are you still growing?
Yeah, that's one of the problems that I have now. So in the previous 2 months, I feel like the number of new users coming in hasn't remained flat, essentially. It wasn't going up. It's the same exact volume.
You mean the new subscribers per day is flat?
Yes.
So you are still growing, but it's flattening?
Yes, exactly.
And you do not have a degrowth right now?
No, I don't.
Yeah. So in any situation when this happens, it's basically like the math is pretty simple. Is when you have a constant flow of new users, if the acquisition doesn't move and the churn doesn't move, there is like you're gonna reach stagnation at one point, and I guess you are pretty close from getting here. What you have, so I've asked you a few questions before this call, and so one of the things that came up is should you build an entire new web app, right?
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
this
So
your main struggle right now?
is that my main source? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, no, your main struggle. Is it your main question? Like, is it like where?
Yeah. So I have two
Go ahead.
struggles. I have many struggles, by the way, but just to prioritize. Struggle number one is the product one, which, like you said, I feel like now the requests that I'm getting in terms of features are more and more complex that doesn't fit in an extension experience. So many people want to have an MCP experience, for example. Like, can I just talk to Claude and tell them that, hey, sort Aaron's posts by X? So that's an MCP product. Someone else wanted me to automate almost the entire workflow. Like, okay, once I do the research, can you then help me actually create the content, for example? So now I'm getting into the content creation space as well. So there's so many directions that I could take this, and that's the confusion. Like, should I invest in these spaces, or should I think of something?
I wanted to show a little bit about there are a few things that I researched before that. There is also my own product, which there is a feature that is quite close, and so I wanted, like, before asking you more questions and talking about the process, I wanted to just like get a few things out of my mind. Like, do you know about Shortimize? I think it's pretty interesting. Shortimize, it's there is this indie hacker, Guillaume. He's pretty cool, honestly. He shares great value regarding like what's going viral on social media as videos. His entire feed is about like what is going viral right now, what are the trends, and how you can go viral yourself. Like what are the formats and the templates that could go viral. His app is Shortimize, and the entire point of Shortimize is to like find what's going viral, find the outliers. So I find it very close from what you are doing. I think, I'm not sure, but I think they are doing more than $1 million per year in annual revenue. So that would be more than 80K per month, which is already like can already give you a sense of what you can reach if you build that web app. But it's exactly the same end goal. Like understand what's happening, understand what's going viral, what to copy, and how you can just how you can get the right formats, get the right transcripts, and how to go viral. This is basically one of the issues that you may have if you go that way is this kind of feature set right now with Claude. It's quite easy to replicate. So honestly, I did that on Revit myself. So I built this entire layer where you can just search for anything. I will do this. There is this layer where you can just search for any video, see what's going viral, have like very clear and very detailed feedback and filters, both in an active way where you can search like this, or by just watching channels. So this is, I built that because of what I saw in Shortimize, and because there was some there was value here. There is like, I think there is deep value in understanding what's going viral and trying to repurpose those videos. What's going to be hard for you is like, how can you leverage the unique data that you have and use that as a true differentiation and like as a true moat to stand out compared to all the apps like me who will be able to build that quite easily with AI. it's going to be the number one thing. A question that I wanted to ask you is, how is it that is it not built yet? Because with AI, you can build that, I think, quite quickly right now. Like, what has prevented you from experimenting in this direction?
Yeah, good question. I think for me, I was planning more on, oh, this is working on Instagram. Let's do the same thing for TikTok. Let's do the same thing for YouTube. Like I was focusing on expanding platforms. And what I ended up noticing is like, no, everybody wants this actually for Instagram. The ask for doing it on Facebook isn't as intense. That was maybe one thing. The other thing is like, I'm more, it's more like now I'm going to have two products. I'm going to have an extension and I'm going to have a web app. And I was kind of overwhelmed with how do you sell that? Like now you have almost two competing products. One is working, one you're still testing out. And I was kind of overwhelmed with how to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does completely. Like one of the biggest mistakes that I did in the past, and I'm still doing it, is just trying to do too much at once and just losing my energy on all channels. And it's incredibly interesting that you have this perspective on Instagram, because I feel exactly the opposite, because I started doing TikTok only. And so in my case, I felt like people were only interested in TikTok, but because I guess I was just attracting the people interested in TikTok. Do you have any idea of like how your users are using the data that you are providing? Like, what are the workflows that they are applying after that?
Yeah, good question. So a lot of the workflows
Sorry to interrupt, Tahir. There's a question exactly on this point. What usage analytics do you track? There's a question in the chat about this.
The things that I track is I track a lot of KPIs related to a post. So shares, views, comments, number of shares, number of comments. And then I also track captions, transcription, profile name, essentially. So a bunch of different things.
Do you pull the data from the Instagram posts on an external database?
No, nothing is external. Everything is being run on the app, except other things related to downloading and transcription and things like that. Those are
because it kills me, because like what the feature that I showed you on Revit, like I use many scrappers. It cost me a lot of money to get those high performing TikTok posts. And in my mind, this has a huge value. Like having this library of very high performing content is incredibly valuable. But in your case, it's like you can easily have this. It's just in front of you. Like you have access to the DOM with the highest performing Instagram videos for every account that your user are searching. So I would not hesitate, and I would try to like pull that, store that in a database, maybe a vector database, and just try to index that and make it searchable on an independent app. It's like you have I think you have done one of the most difficult tasks. Is you have done the thing that requires the users to do the manual task of going to the accounts. It's very easy for you to add a button on the accounts, start watching. Like I will share my screen again. It's very easy for you to, once you are here, you add this button here, watch, and you're gonna start watching the accounts, and that can triggers many things, like emailing the user for new videos from this account that are going viral, having all those videos going to your database and being searchable for your users to just, if they are into a specific topic like fitness, getting the best videos about fitness. Do you see my point
that
here?
makes sense. No, yeah, that's a good point. But Thibault, like What about this thing that I have in mind, which is one of the things that made this work is that it works on Instagram. You don't have to get pushed to this new app that you need to like relearn essentially. You're already on Instagram all the time. This is an added layer that enhances your Instagram experience. Do you ever feel like that? That's my anxiety of once you start pushing people out, it gets confusing and they're not going to end up using either the extension or the web app even. What's your thoughts
It's
about, or do I need to just
yeah,
do
it's
it and see what happens?
it's a great question. Honestly, I find it very rare to have Chrome extension that do above 20K per month. It happens for sure. Like you are a perfect example of, I think, what is an outlier. There are Chrome extension doing 100K per month. There are tons that are doing more, but it's very, very rare. It's much more common to have apps that are doing those numbers. And I think there is a much higher perceived value when people are using a full web application compared to a Chrome extension. I think you cannot help but having users that feel like the Chrome extension is hard paying for, because it's just a small wrapper or small added value on top of an existing thing. I'm definitely not saying that you should increase your price. I think the Chrome extension might be perfectly positioned. You have done an incredible job. It's very hard to get where you are right now, but I think you have this insane opportunity to upsell to those people and sell them a full web application that will be kind of their CRM for Instagram. The hard job.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yeah, sure.
What about offering though? Are you thinking of bundling an extension with a web app and do one price for both products, or will I now be selling two things separate at different price points essentially?
So I really think that you have found a way to distribute your Chrome extension. Like you are doing this very effectively, and the fact that you grow the user base there, it's quite impressive. And so I would not bundle anything. I would just maybe offer a way, like just slightly seed the web app with features like save to my library. So just a button, save on my library on the videos, track these accounts on the Instagram accounts. That would make it very easy for users to retrieve the content saved on the web application. And then for the other features that you would offer on this web app, you need to pay more. Like you need to get to a higher tier. It could be also that you can save maybe 10 videos. If you want to go further, you need to pay. If you want to put those videos into collections or directories, you need to get to this higher tier. Like you have tons of options. Yeah. What I would really focus on is try to understand like how are people using your extension right now. Like what are they doing with the files that they are downloading from your application? What are they doing with this? And try to put that workflow and put it on your web app. Like this is, you want things to happen here. It's likely going to be have like their. Are you comfortable with the term like swipe file? Do you know what's that?
Yeah.
This just for people listening, the swipe file is like your like golden library, like your core contents, a content that is evergreen, that always work. And it's recommended for every social media creator to have this kind of swipe file, like a place where you can just look at content that is always performing, and just by seeing at this awesome content, you will then make connection between the content, and that's going to make you think about another ID that might perform, and that's how you create good content. It's also very useful for AI, like to have this library of high-performing content, because it's easy to feed to an AI to generate new content based on the content that is already performing. it's very likely that this is what your users are doing. Like they are taking those performing content and they are using it as swipe file or as training data or as inputs for AI. It's something that you could totally do and offer on your web app, I think.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think one thing that I want to maybe do more research on is, like you said, like once you take this spreadsheet and feed it into Claude, what exactly is the prompt for Claude? And maybe that is something that I could include. That's something that I was thinking about.
Yeah, this is awesome because most people are bad at prompting. And so if you figure that out, you're probably going to figure that people are doing it in a bad way, that you have some users that are prompting Claude in a very good way. And you can offer then templates about like, what are the videos that you can put in inputs, and then what are the templates prompts that you can just offer, like as a one-click template. You click on the button, it already put the prompt and generates next scripts for your users. That makes total sense.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Thibault, one more question. We only have like a couple of minutes. I have a question about distribution. So I got banned from Reddit. And everybody listening, do not promote your product so much, and don't use links. I guess that's what happened to me. I was always using links, so I got banned, and now I'm sort of having an identity crisis. How do I promote this now that Reddit is out? What do you think I need to do?
So you are saying this because Reddit was like one of the primary acquisition channels for your product?
That was the only channel that I was actively investing in. There was so many other channels that I didn't have a say in, but I would see like some creator making a video about my app. I didn't push that creator or nudge him to do that. But Reddit was the only one that I was actively investing in. Now I'm not doing any marketing whatsoever.
So I can totally relate to this. I have started working on a product that is called Bazly, and exactly because of what you said, I had to cut off the access to these products because this is the product, by the way. It's Bazly. It's a Reddit marketing product, so it does marketing on Reddit for you. And what was awesome about this product is that it has its own Reddit accounts, Bazly Reddit accounts, and so you would not risk your account getting banned when you are using this. But because Reddit is very aggressive with banning, the Bazly Reddit accounts have started getting banned themselves, and so we had to close the all signups because we don't have enough Reddit accounts to sustain all the demands for this. So yeah, I can totally relate to what you are saying. The first rule, and this is implemented in Bazly, is that every answer that you would post on Reddit should not have a link. It's just too easy for Reddit to detect auto promote posts with links, and so I would just remove that day one. But even if you do that, you have to be aware that if you start doing promotion on Reddit, you are putting your account at risk. And so I would use secondary accounts or accounts that you are not really attached to. And things that people doing Reddit marketing are doing is that they are basically creating 10 accounts at the same time, and they are warming up those accounts. So during 3 weeks, they're just going to reply in a non-promotional way, in a genuine way, in the most human possible way, to just create some kind of history to the accounts. And past the first 3 weeks, they will then start doing the self-promotion. But still then, like, you might lose like 20 or 50% of the account quite quickly. So it's really a numbers game. Reddit is very good at detecting like the AI self-promotion or AI content. So I would be very careful with that. Does it help in any way?
No, it does help, but do you think I should think of something other than Reddit? And what is that thing? I think that's the thing that I'm trying to
So
research.
one thing that kicks in when you start having revenue is affiliation. And the fact that you have reached 20K in monthly revenue is pretty impressive already, and might trigger some envy, or like the initial kickoff to make people interested in doing affiliation for you. It's much easier if you already have a social presence on Instagram, and you can just say, this app is pretty cool. It has grown to 20K over 1 year. I have just created this affiliate program. Just share the growth with me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to
sense.
get some questions from the chat before we end this. Someone said you can use YouTube as one of the channels to grow this. So maybe you can talk to some of the people in the community who are doing YouTube, and they can help you out with that. Someone's asking about how do you get your first 10, 100, and 1,000 users. So maybe write a small text in the community about how you did that.
Yeah, can we stop here? Can we stop here, and maybe you can share how you got your like first 100 users?
Reddit. It was Reddit. I think I did a good job with the comments, and then ChatGPT started recommending me right away. Like if you ask ChatGPT, how do you sort Instagram Reels, you would see my app as an answer. I think that was
so. I think that's very interesting. Instead of trying to find another acquisition channel, I think I would try to double down, finding a way to double down on this one, and find a way to retrieve new accounts, buying new accounts, work with platforms like Basely. We have a few competitors also that are still live, like Crowd Reply. I think they don't have a super high success rate with comments, but still that might be worth a try. I'm not sure the best move is to invent a new channel, because you have one that was already working.
No, that makes sense.
It's also like that is something that is super important. Like it concerns every app serving creators have a much higher incentive building the best products, because your audience has an audience. And so if you build an incredible product and you give them a reason to share these products, it can be super profitable for us. And this is why I was bringing the affiliate program. And this is why also maybe you should look into sponsorships. But keep in mind, it's hard to forget about that. But keep in mind that your audience has an audience. And so you should like try your best to use that.
Sorry, another really important thing I think that helped is I'm noticing that when you create a Chrome extension, Google actually ranks you super high in SEO. So when I didn't have a lot of users and you would still search sort Reels, you would see my extension ranked high up. And I would even see other extensions, and I would click on these other extensions and they would only have like 5 users, for example. So I think there's something about Chrome extensions and Google search that also helps, just to answer the user question. Does that make sense?
This is also super. Yeah, it totally makes sense. I would use that. Like I would double down on that again. Because you have a Chrome extension, I'm not sure you spent time. Like when you say SEO was good, you mean for the Chrome extension page, not the landing page, right?
No, it's more for both actually. It was first the listing of this, like the listing of the app that was ranked super high up when you would search Instagram sort, and then over time the web page got higher.
So this is awesome, like, because it means that your landing page has some way great authority on the topic for Google, and so I just check your landing and you don't have that many pages. Like you don't have you have just like the few basic pages, you could do like so many things there. You could do like topics analysis, like what's trending right now on fitness contents on Instagram, and
Like
anyone
blogs,
looking for.
essentially.
I would not call them blogs. I would call them like small tools or dynamic pages, like or programmatic pages. I would try to do what's trending on topic X, and try to get the traffic for anyone looking for fitness Instagram viral videos. There are people looking for that on Google. If you can get that traffic and you can serve what's the most trendy fitness video right now on Instagram, because you have scrapped this content thanks to your Chrome extension, you can get traffic there.
That's awesome. I love that idea. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come again. I think we're out of time for this one. We're gonna move to the next person. I'm so sorry, Tahir. But I'll recommend you please go through all the comments that people have posted here. There are some of the questions people have been asking for MCP. People are giving some advice on Reddit as well. So make sure that you check the comments out. And and make sure you give some of the briefs about how you did Reddit marketing. If you have some examples that you can share with everyone in the community of what kind of replies you used to do on Reddit that help you gain traction, that'll help.
Awesome.
I think there's just one thing that I wanted to add. I forgot to say that, but so in the preparation doc, you said that you have no way to attribute signups, and the only way for you to know where the people are coming from, it's because you ask users, right?
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to share a small trick. So what I'm doing on Revit and all of my other apps is, when people are landing on the landing page, I usually save on the local storage the UTM, the referrer, and every other query parameters that matters, like maybe a social, an affiliate tag. And if those are saved on the local storage, then once the user has signed up, you can retrieve this from the local storage and save that on the user object on your database. And I'm pretty sure you can do the same with your Chrome extension. If your Chrome extension has the authorization to manipulate the cookies or the local storage from your landing, it can then go and get those like tracking information and attribute them. And so that would help you understand better
I love that.
who are your users and where they're coming from.
Yeah, I think I made the mistake of having Framer manage my website. So now I don't have access. I can't do all these crazy coding stuff because just I'm stuck with this Framer.
I'm not sure it's that crazy, honestly. If you prompt Claude or Codex and you tell them it's on Framer, they can give you a small code snippet that you can then inject on Framer, and that will do exactly what I said. This call is recorded, so if you want to just go back to what I said earlier and give him the transcript, and it will do it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tahir. I think we're gonna go to the second project right now. But it was a pleasure talking with you.
Thanks.
Tahir.
Hey, Tony. Super happy to be talking with you today. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. That first sharing was quite good, so I was commenting on the YouTube as well.
Nice. Okay, nice. So can you tell us maybe a little bit about your project? I will stop sharing my screen so you can share your own.
So
tell you what it's about.
Yes. I'm going to
where
share
you
my
are
screen.
coming from, and
Okay. Share screen. Chrome tab. Okay. Okay. I've shared my screen. Can you? Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right. Can you all see my website? Oh, it's called The Modern Shrine. Can you all see this? Can see it? Okay. So hello everybody. My name is Tony. I'm from Singapore, and this project, the Modern Shrine, is a tool that helps people make clearer decisions in modern life and work. We use a combination of AI, psychology, and ancient pattern intelligence to help people reduce uncertainty and get clarity on their important life decisions. I primarily target very analytical people who like to research and overthink on stuff, but might not have the emotional clarity or confidence on what to do. Say when it comes to a career pivot, relationship conflict, or money, wealth related decision. And my expertise is coming from ancient pattern intelligence, which is uses your birth profile or birth chart readings to uncover patterns in your personality, character, and timing to help you make decisions in your life. So I've done this work in workshops in 4 countries for the last few months. I've done about 12 workshops in Japan, where I'm currently at, Vietnam, Malaysia, and Singapore, primarily to founders, builders, and tech workers. Okay, so I'm an expert in this field. Okay, so my question here, and it's related to the demo I'm going to show you.
Before we go to that,
yes,
can you maybe like give us a few examples of like the ancient knowledge that you would use, and like
yes,
how you would proceed when you are like how you are delivering the value, basically?
Yes. So the niche layman would put me in is in astrology. Okay, even though there's a reason why I branded it the way I did, right? But my stuff in the back end, underlying all this framing, is closer to astrology, where users typically put in their birth time, birthday, location. Maybe they do a small quiz or question, and then they get some sort of a reading. So in this world, the big guys are like CoStar, Pattern, numerologists, where usually they will take in that birth data, maybe your name, 1 or 2 questions, and then they will output some sort of a prediction or reading or report. That is the typical products in the market.
And so how you are like, how is it delivered to the user? Is it through calls, like individual sessions or collective sessions, or by email? I don't know.
There's a mix of all of them. So from a SaaS perspective, people can pay one-time purchases on apps for like fortune cookie readings, like daily horoscopes. So there is like tidbit size one-time purchases. Some apps have SaaS-based. Say you subscribe for an app for like $9, and you get daily readings, and maybe you unlock readings with your spouse or girlfriend, dual readings. Then outside of tech, typically a common delivery method is like reports. Say every year your chart changes because every year the stars move, right? So there's an update to how it affects your life, your dating, your work. So that's like a PDF. And of course, there's one-on-one consultation. That's like your services that happens as well.
Okay. Is your offering quite structured right now? Like you have a way to purchase a smaller part of it, or a one-on-one consulting, or like how is it structured?
Yes. So I'll do the demo with it because it's directly related to what I want to ask today as well. So the current co-visitor flow that I'm designing is related to purchasing the first, I call it the door, the first thing in the door, which is what I call an operating system. So the first thing a user does when they click on my main only call to action is they decide which area of life do they want to get more clarity on. Let's say they're not sure if they should quit my job, quit their job, and then they can click on it and they'll get redirected to a career direction analysis. Right, so this part is a free tool that I offer, and I'm just going to. So a previous user I was testing the app with puts in the birthday. So let's say if a free user comes in, they see the assessment, they start it, and then they put in their birthday and they ask a question, right? Say, I'm not sure if I should quit my job and start a business now. Okay, so for example, this is a very typical career question. I get the email right before they submit the questions, and this takes about 10 to 15 seconds. create a real live report based on all the data that they provide. So this is like my free tool. And after this report is done, it will show my upsell. I currently have 2 upsells on this page I'm testing. The first product is what I call a career operating system. It's a guided set of prompts that help the user to understand their pattern and a 30-day plan on how to make better career decisions. So right now on the screen, you can see the analysis was done. The user gets this card showing how their patterns is affecting the way they think about a job and a business. It uncovers their core patterns, what's the real decision behind this tension they are facing, and a hidden pattern that could be affecting or distorting the way they think about it. Okay, and I also offer like a next step. So they convert that reading into something practical, like a decision rule, like a 30-day plan. Okay, so in the call to action, choose your next step. This is where the 2 upsells are provided. As I mentioned, I have 2 upsells. One is the career operating system, $39 one time purchase, and a career blueprint, which is more like a personalized report that's like delivered through a PDF. So I am currently running Google search ads to test out both these offers, primarily directly sending people to this page from career related Google search terms. And I have some numbers on the ads I ran since last month, but primarily I'm trying to prove that I can close people purely from an online funnel right now, because I have some offline customers that come to my workshop, and then I sell something like a subscription or a personal consult, but I haven't jumped to a pure online funnel.
Why is one of your goal is to validate that you can close people from cold ads traffic?
I'm thinking from a tech founder angle, because I didn't want to be a traditional speaker / pure coach or consultant in the space. So normally, in many astrologers are not technical people, so they would usually either sell courses teaching people astrology, or they would do readings, or they would do like coaching. That's one level of service. Because I'm also technical, and I see the leverage AI can do to make people to give people better readings than what humans can do. So I decided to build a tech version of it. I can foresee myself doing high ticket consultations, but that will be later in the funnel, right? Not so soon when they are just here. And I see knowing a good cold traffic funnel would help me in scaling my numbers, understanding my unit economics. Because right now, my other channel is very offline, like planning workshops in real events, in meeting people, then doing the upsell, which I am working on that as well. But I kind of want to have 2 so that I'm not too over reliant on just one. Yeah, so that's my point of view. Yeah, okay.
Just so before we go to the actual struggle and question that you have, there's just an immediate reaction that I have when I see this, is that you are using Google Ads here, correct?
Yes.
And Google Ads is a pull system, meaning like you need to have people searching for a solution to their problem that you may grab with Google Ads. This kind of thing, it's I would say it's a typical thing that I would see working as a push system, trying to push the offer on a Meta ads or TikTok ads as, hey, are you wondering if you need to quit your job? Just find out now. And because this would be a compulsory need, like this would need, it's a need that you would be very curious about what would your knowledge lead to. Like there is this high curiosity that you may not just want to search for. So I would guess looking for a push ads system might work a little bit more here. But let's go to your actual point. What's that?
So for the I have some numbers I can show you. I have a screenshot. In terms of the search terms I'm using, so I just do a snapshot for just to give you all some sensing of the numbers. I don't have a lot of data. I've only ran about $500-$600 on it. So I got about 200 plus clicks across 3 campaigns. Some are running as we speak. So I am in the process of testing and validating this stuff. But primarily for this particular career tool, I have, like what you're saying, I have search terms that are targeting, I think I have a few around like career path reading. What job should I go for? I have some terms that are astrology specific, like astrology birth reading as well, because I'm testing for people that know astrology versus people that don't know it at all and just ask very generic, oh, should I quit my job, directly in Google. So currently I'm like 50-50 in terms of the spread of those keywords, and I'm figuring out which one converts better. Yeah.
Okay. If you go that route, like if your goal is to validate that you can convert cold traffic through ads, you need to be aware that your job is actually to be an ads manager and a landing page optimizer.
Yes.
I think it's going to be the 2 core skills that you need, and both are like, you can go extremely far in those 2 directions. Like doing a good ads is something that people train during 10 years to do.
Yeah.
Especially video ads, like finding the right hook, finding the right persona, etc. When I see your landing page, I find it very neat, but I think for cold traffic, it misses a lot of social proof. So you have some already. I see you have testimonials. But I think it needs 10 times more. Like for people who don't know about you, they need to be submerged by the number of positive testimonials about your offering and how it was life-changing for them. It should be video testimonials, text testimonials, everything that they could help them relate to what you are doing. Your funnel is pretty good. But as I said, if you go that route, your job is going to be landing page optimization. So you're probably going to need like 10 different funnels. Run them in parallel. See like three different tools, like the one you built, and see the one converts better. Have a huge recover workflow. Like since you got the email, do multiple email campaign after the report, and just try to get back those people. So what I try to say here is that there are many businesses that rely on those to work, like ads, a landing page, selling flow. But like to make this work, every single piece in the process needs to be perfect, like needs to be very well thought. And as you said, like 500 in ads is a very low amount to test this kind of offering. And so I wouldn't say that this is not working based on that. But you need to be aware that the work is going to be very hard to do if you go that route. I just wanted to, does this, is this relatable in any way?
Is this what? Sorry? Is this?
Does that make sense to you?
Well, once I did it once, like I did the first campaign, it occurred to me this stuff that, oh wow, it's a rabbit hole, because I got some feedback from other builders on the landing page and the flow, and I realized, like you said, you can really go all the way down. There's like an endless level of optimization, pixels on screen, and every word, every pixel is like down to the T. Well, and once I realized that, wow, I don't know how much testing do I need to get to that point, and like you said, how much ads I need to spend to even get to the point. It's kind of like a black hole to me now. So
yeah, and if this is not working, like you can try shifting your offering multiple times, like small shifts.
Yes.
Like so maybe this is not working for career advice, but as you said earlier, maybe this would work better for dating advice or wealth advice.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there are just tons of things to test and to optimize for, and so it's going to be a long journey. There is just another. So I will try to share my screen.
Sure. Before you do that, Thibaut, there's
Yeah.
a comment about ads. Since we're talking about that, Steph here says that ads are not for cold traffic, warm traffic using organic social, and then retarget the audience using ads. So do you guys want to cover this?
Yeah, it's super relevant. There are multiple cases like so an incredible example is Headshot Pro. This one from Danny Postma. It was working super well on converting cold traffic from ads into creating their the super professional portrait like this with AI. So I had many conversations about this product, and so I know that it was working super well based on cold traffic. But it's totally true that it works best if you're able to push through meta ads, then try to recover traffic by retargeting on multiple platforms at the same time, including meta ads, to make it work. It's an entire process. If you are not doing retargeting and you are only doing AdWorks, you are definitely not doing ads at its full potential. Because retargeting is where most of the performance is going to coming from. The one thing that I wanted to push here is that I think for this kind of business that there is an entire different approach, which would be completely social media based. Because in this case, like this kind of business, it's gold for social media. It's basically life advice. There are entire channels that are optimized for this kind of thing. This guy. So I don't know much about him. Like I'm not a watcher of his content, but at every single videos, he's taking a money problem from someone, and he's trying to solve this money problem. I'm not saying this is easy. Like this is definitely very high commitments. If you go that way, you need to spend a lot of energy doing these contents. But it's very easy. It's way easier to convert this warm traffic that feel that they know you into an offering that like yours, compared to converting the cold traffic from ads. There are multiple ways to do that. You don't have to do videos. There are people doing that, sharing like life advices and money advices or dating advices on LinkedIn, on X, on YouTube, on Instagram. So there are many places where you can just use the ancient knowledge, put that as social media content, try to grow an audience from that, and then it's much easier to convert this warm audience that you have into an offering that you create. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does. So for context, I have an Instagram channel. I was told to I have about 100 videos on Instagram. I do have a lot of followers, so I am still improving on the format and testing the stuff out to get to a viral format.
Is there a reason that you?
Yeah. Yes. Sorry.
Why didn't you start there?
With TikTok, is it?
No, with Instagram, with your Instagram accounts.
I do have an Instagram account. I'm doing it currently. So I have about 100 posts for the last few months. But okay, I see it as a chicken and egg, because I feel like for my skill level right now, I'm not at a place where I can easily get 5K views every post for Instagram. So if I do any form of like X, LinkedIn, which I am posting as well, to me, I see it as there's a skill curve or a time curve for me to kind of get to a point where I can get good traffic from there, right? I see ads as kind of like I won't say a shortcut, but it's almost like my point of ads is not to reach scale. It's more to prove that this messaging, this offer can work kind of angle. It's not to reach like, it's a different mindset from if I got 10K revenue. Yeah, it's more of like testing the funnel, improving this wording, this validation kind of thing works. Yes, I can do that on organic as well, but I find the feedback loop for ads so much faster. I can instantly see which region, you can see from the numbers, right, in the screenshot I shared, which region got the lower CTR and which are easier. So I kind of see as everything. Of course, I chose to talk about ads today because that's one area I'm new in, but I am like trying to do it across a few channels. But it goes back to the thing where you're splitting energy across multiple channels as well. So it is a chicken and egg to me. But I get it. On TikTok, I see a lot of all those astrology channels. The thing about my brand, the challenging thing I face, maybe I don't know if this is just my obsession, but there's my brand guidelines goes against a lot of the ways modern astrology is being marketed. So I can't fully copy a lot of the very viral things like, for example, right? This week there's Saturn in retrograde. So it means that you're going to have an amazing day and like if you want abundance, like that kind of wording doesn't align my brand, which is very, it's very viral, but I have a bit of a tension when I try to market like that because that's not my brand's voice. So I do struggle a little bit knowing that I know the viewers are there and they're all the Gen Z girls.
I find it interesting. So you could position yourself as like a counter positioning compared to this.
Yes,
so you could say something like, so today an astrologer would tell you that you're gonna have a great day. The truth is actually a little bit more complicated, and here is why.
That would be my
that's a hook that would work, and you could build your entire brand about stop being scammed by the cheap astrologer that's going to give you just feel good advices. I'm not saying this is easy. It's definitely hard to build an audience. I just wanted to say that converting cold traffic is 1,000 times harder, and it doesn't mean that the offering is bad.
Okay, but this was very useful. I didn't know the thing about the warm traffic. I'm going to study that, but thank you to the person that typed it in the YouTube.
Something that you said on the preparation doc is that all the revenue that you had was coming from warm traffic, right?
Yeah, because the workshop is a great trust builder, right? It's in live, in person. They try out the tool, the workflow that I shared, but they also go through they log into the app where they actually go through 3 questions on their career, or if they are founders, their founder decisions. If they are in relationships, it's about relationships. So they feel very seen, they feel very validated. They're like, oh wow, I didn't know it was so accurate. So, and some of them eventually become clients. So that was the the offline flow. Yeah.
I think it shows everything. Like it shows that trust is the number one thing that you need, and without the trust, you cannot convert the cold traffic. You have 2 directions. One would be a little bit more shady, scammy way, like you fake, like you optimize the landing page as much as possible. But the danger with that is you will be tempted to go into scamming people. You will be tempted to show fake testimonials. You will slowly go that way. That's a little bit dangerous. And the other way is building real trust. And building real trust on this business is way easier on social media by providing value on a daily basis, showing your real value. Does that make sense? I think
I just want to add one thing. I just have a use case, not a use case, but a reference. One of my friend in India, what they just do it for fun. They have created an Instagram page where they run ads, and the ads are about that we will help you name your child based on the rules of astrology and numerology. and
Yes.
they make about $1,000 from those Instagram ads. They put in approx, I don't know, just $50 a month in ads and $20 AI and Canva subscriptions, and that's their cost. So what I'm trying to say is that you can get to these micro use cases as well to get some revenue in and get some more people in to offer the big chunk.
Do you have any idea what kind of ads they're running and what platform they are using?
I can get the details. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be helpful for Tony.
Yes, I can get that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Thank
from
you.
my
Thank
past
you, Tony.
customer. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, do you have anything to say to like to?
Yeah, I wanted to add to what Ayush was saying. So parents are very monetizable group for me. They always want to know, oh, like, how's my kid gonna do? Should they study this and that in school? You know, Asian parents, and yeah, like what name should their child have? This is what a parent would pay for, right? So I've noticed there's more demand than, like, you know, there's career, there's wealth, different audience, different niche
Yeah.
will have different demand. So I noticed parents has quite a lot.
And it's a small decision, and people can pay less for this. They're not paying a lot, so it makes sense to just that making that as a starting point. Like more things like that as a starting point. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I was throwing an idea as well to kind of, instead of doing ads or organic, to create a viral, you know, like 16 personalities, MBTIs. They have all these very viral sharing quizzes. So I could do a version of that and make it very shareable. So, you know, that's another angle, right? Another distribution channel to make your thing super shareable, super cute, like all the quiz type of thing, and let people, oh, I'm a Coke, you're a Sprite, you know, that kind of stupid B2C kind of viral quiz.
A lot of dating apps are running on the same premise, correct?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So I was thrown that as well. I was thinking of trying that out to have a page of that, so people can organically share, which, you know, is a great referral type of a model. So okay,
awesome.
Thank you so much.
I'll get you the information. Just one question from the chat. They're saying, people ready to get the readings from a machine, or they prefer have human in the loop?
Oh, that's a product question, is it?
Yeah, you can answer that in the community, maybe. That's better.
Oh, I can type the answer. Okay,
yeah,
I'll type
that's
it.
better.
Thank you.
That'll be better.
Sure.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tony. Thank you very much for being here, and see you in the community. I will just end by just a reminder. The next AMA session is going to be on the 25th of August, and we're going to have Mark Liu coming with us. I'm super happy to have him just being part of this. And so if you guys want to ask like the hard questions, I would be very interested in if you can just do the effort of asking niche question about his use case or mine, and just have Mark and I discuss about anything that you might find relevance. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us. I hope that we were able to provide value or inspiration, and have a wonderful day. Bye.